Championship because on our hands we have a vibrant sport, a sport that's driven by passion. We have many great venues, partners and iconic races, and the stars that drive our cars, like the gentleman on my right here, are not only great athletes and highly skilled individuals, but they're also wonderful ambassadors, and we're very fortunate that our championship is supported by some of the biggest global brands. To cap it all off, we have faithful, passionate and wonderful fans and customers that are attending our races, I beg your pardon, in huge numbers and watching us on television and throughout social media channels. Today we're going to add another very exciting chapter to the story, and with a very special announcement, it's now my pleasure to welcome New South Wales Premier Mike Baird. Mike.
Well, thank you, Neil. Great to be here in Newcastle this morning for a very special announcement. Great to be joined by the Parliamentary Secretary, Scott McDonald, the Mayor, Tali, local member, Tim Craigenthorpe, supporters of obviously the Supercars together with James Walker. Thank you for your support. Well, we know what an incredible event the V8 Supercars is across the country, and it has been in many places across the state. But we think, in consultation with our friends at Supercars, that it's time that an event came right here in Newcastle. So, whilst it looks like it's about to start, it's not starting this weekend, people have asked, but it is going to be underway. So next year, we'll have the Newcastle 500. It'll go around one of the great cities in the world, and I think that's the important part of this. What does a great city need? It needs jobs, it needs events and tourism, and obviously bringing one of the great events that happens across this country right here to Newcastle is something that we are very excited to support. It's great to have the drivers here, and I agree absolutely that not only are they outstanding sportsmen, they are also outstanding ambassadors. And as you can see, imagine this great city having the opportunity to see a great race, to get exposure to some of their heroes, and that's what it's all about. It's great to have them here supporting us here today. And certainly you can imagine what it'll be like in Newcastle when the event comes. There'll be many people across the Hunter region that have the opportunity to see it firsthand. You know that what it'll do to the local economy, and you'll have fans who'll have the chance to see right up close and personal their heroes in action. So on so many levels, this is a great thing for Newcastle. It's a great thing, I think, for the sport. We really appreciate their partnership in bringing another great event to New South Wales. And certainly, we think it's very important to have incredible events in Sydney, but it's just as important to have it across regional New South Wales. Our largest regional city, Newcastle, this is a fantastic event that's going to be here for the next 5 years, and we know as it grows in popularity, the expectation is no one will want to take it off the calendar. So congratulations to the Supercars. Thank you for the opportunity to be here today supporting you on this incredibly important announcement. We look forward to the race weekend.
To better understand the magic of the Virgin Australia's Supercar Championship, I draw your attention now to the big screen to have a look forward to what we'll see at the Newcastle waterfront in 2017 for what will be the Coates Hire Newcastle 500.
To race on the streets of Newcastle. Supercars finale coming in 2017.
The grand finale in 2017 and fitting venues. Very much looking forward to it. It's going to be a wonderful countdown in the lead up. It's my pleasure now to welcome the Chief Executive Officer of Supercars Australia. Put your hands together, thank you, for James Morgan.
Well, thanks Neil, and good morning everyone. It is fantastic to be here in Newcastle, and it's fantastic to have such a wonderful announcement for a suiting finale for Supercars. And I'd like to thank the New South Wales Government, Premier Baird, for not only being here this morning but the unwavering commitment to keeping the event in New South Wales, to their agency, Destination New South Wales, and in particular CEO Sandra Chipchase. And I'd also like to thank the local support we've received, Lord Mayor Newcastle and all the rest of the council that have been really supportive. It was actually 2 years ago we started looking for an alternate to our Homebush finale, and we looked at an exhaustive range of options, but one thing was clear from all concerned, and that was this government, a great place to do business, and this event was not leaving the state. We went through an exhaustive list, and it was actually a very, very clear candidate in terms of being the absolute best place for our fans, and obviously for such an iconic event to land here in Newcastle. When you look at events, it's not about year 1 or year 2, it's actually about year 5. And so the passion with which Newcastle City Council and the rest of the partners actually embraced our event was something that was quite extraordinary and a very deserved winner in terms of getting that finale. A Supercars event is so much more than a motor race. For all the places we visit, we generate $250 million of economic stimulus, and we showcase those regions and tourism opportunities to some 233 million homes around the globe. So it's a very exciting moment for us at Supercars, and very exciting moment for many of the fans who've turned up here today from Newcastle. We'll showcase this great city and the region all the way through our international and local television audiences. I'm also pleased to say this will be one of our core rock and race formats. We have a series of concerts and a big headline act on the Saturday night, and we're working on a number of options, and I assure you it will be a concert not to be missed. There's still a lot of work to be done over the next 12 months, consulting with local business and residents and making sure that everyone believes and sees just what an incredible opportunity this is. To our Supercars, superstars sitting beside me, it's fair to say when they saw the track plans last night, we got them out of bed early this morning and they walked the track, their eyes were popping out of their head in terms of the amount of racing, amount of passing and the spectacle they can put on here in Newcastle. Only of course to be disappointed that they have to wait until November 2017. I'd also like to thank Coates Hire, our commercial partner and backer, many of the business here today, and who give us great support. We can't wait to be here in Newcastle in November 2017. Thank you again, Premier, for your unwavering support, and we look forward to racing on the streets of Newcastle. Thank you.
Thanks, James. I'd like to gauge reaction now from the boys on my right, and just by way of introduction, simple introduction, Mark Wilbon, Otlo Ford Racing Team, Pro Drive Australia, reigning supercar champion and a former Bathurst winner. Chaz Mostert from Supercheap Auto Racing, also from Pro Drive, drives for Ford, a former Bathurst winner and a former supercar champion from 2010, and twice a world karting champion, Jack Scorpy from the Holden Racing Team. Come on over, boys, I want to get some reaction from you. You had the opportunity to go wandering around the circuit this morning, and James just described your enthusiasm for what you saw. You love street circuits. You got off to a wonderful start in the championship year down in Adelaide. Tell us all about it.
Yeah, that's right, Neil. I'm a massive fan of the street circuit. I think it's, just walking around having a look, there's a lot of good elevation change, but probably one thing that stood out the most this morning was the amount of fans that had no idea this was coming, but were yelling out of their cars with support and sounded really excited about us coming here. So I'm a massive fan of the street circuits. I'm just a Sydney boy, so it's not far from where I grew up. So I think it has the potential to be huge. It's going to be great pictures with us running along the coastline here. So yeah, very, very excited, man.
Thanks, James. And Chaz, for you, your impressions of this circuit as well, and as it is the case with James, you love street circuits as well. This is the type of racing that suits you.
Yeah, it's very exciting. Obviously, going around the track this morning, some great passing opportunities. So some of the other street circuits we go to might have 2 or 3, but here actually looks like there's some more. So
saying that for about the last 12 months, Jazz. Good morning to you, and you're the reigning Supercars champion. Looking across some of Mark's stats here, they're quite extraordinary. 404 Supercar races, but 37 wins, 35 poles, 112 podiums. You'd like to add this to your collection in 2017?
Yeah, that's a polite way to say I'm getting older, but no, it's going to be great. This event is so important for our championship, and thank you to the government, everyone involved, because these races are what showcase our sport on the best level, and we can't wait to come here in 12 months and to go on that first trophy is a proud moment, but I wouldn't care if it was the second year or the third year or whatever it is, because these are the marquee events, and you put them on a bucket list, and it's already on the list, and the race hasn't even been run yet. So a massive event. We're so proud to come back in 12 months and showcase our sport and put on a good show.
James Warburton touched on the fact that it's more than just a race. There's a whole array of things that are part and parcel of our travelling circus, and when we go to some of these destinations, there's an incredible vibe in the cafes, in the restaurants, in the hotels, with all of the other entertainment and some of the other peripheral support categories as well. Fantastic.
Yeah, it's kind of cruel because we have to sit in our truck and work, and all you can hear is the vibe and the music, and the next day everyone telling you how good a night they had, and we've talked about suspension and springs and about performance. So one day when we get a little bit older, and James and I are closer to that than what Chaz is, we'll come back as fans and sit back and watch it and enjoy the festivities that go on. But the rock and race is amazing, and it's what separates our sport. We put on a good show during the day, and it continues all night, and to buy a ticket to go to a concert and everything for the price they charge is fantastic. So yeah, one day we'll enjoy it, but at the moment for us it's all about the racing. But yeah, the entertainment side will be huge, so stay tuned.
We can't spend a moment together in public and not quickly comment about Bathurst. Big event for us next weekend.
Yeah, so staying in New South Wales, we go to Bathurst, which is the holy grail for us for the year. But yeah, anyone can win that race, and it's very open this year. So fingers crossed it's one of us, or from the blue side or the green side, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, massive event. Great to launch this coming into Bathurst, and we'll race again in a week's time. We're all friendly at the moment, but a week's time we'll be into each other on the track.
Just the moment on this side. I'll get the other boys to comment. Chaz, for you, it'll be a comeback after what was a very difficult 2015. A huge injury, but it's a place that you love where you've had extraordinary speed.
Yeah, it's first time going back into Supercars. Broke my leg last year, so looking forward to try and get through qualify this time and actually make the race. But yeah, it's a fantastic event getting up there, and to win it in 2014 was just a highlight of my whole motorsport career. So trying to plan on trying to do it again and get that other 30 seconds on that podium, because the best feeling in the world. But looking forward to it. It's sitting 7th in the championship, so it's have a good run there. You can keep fighting your way back.
Thanks, Chaz. And for you, James, you've been on the podium many times up there, but you haven't won it. But you've won the British Formula 4 Championship, the Japanese Formula 3 Championship. You've raced in Japanese GT. You've done a heap of things in Supercars, but the big one still eludes.
Yeah, that's right, Neil. So yeah, it's definitely growing up as a young chap. Every young bloke sits with their dad and watches the event. So to be on the podium there plenty of times, but not on the top in the middle is incredibly frustrating. We've locked down a couple of the really big events, but yeah, definitely Bathurst is still one we want to win. So being the last year with HRT as well, with that branding on the side of the car, it would be pretty special to step on the top step, with it being 10 years anniversary of Rock as well. I think it'd be really fitting. So if it does come down to it, Mark and Chaz, and I'm just behind you, just watch out, because I'm going to be bombing down the inside.
All right, thanks, boys. Have a great run next weekend, and here's hoping you're standing on the podium in 2017. The Coates Hire Newcastle 500 on the podium with a victory, or something that at least keeps you guys happy in some form. Give them a round of applause, our stars. Chaz Mostert and James Courtney. That concludes the formal part of the presentation. The boys will be available for photographs together with James Warburton and others for comment as well. If you'd like to arrange some photography or a one-on-one discussion with any of our crew, then arrange that through Nick Johnston or Jude is down there on my right. We really look forward to seeing you back here at Queen's Wharf in 2017. It is going to be fantastic. On behalf of everybody at Supercars Australia, thank you for joining us this morning. Look forward to seeing you again very soon. Thank you.